Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Debate 8 on this beautiful Wednesday night. And we have a really fun one going tonight. We are talking video game movies. That's right, the genre that kind of sucks, but gives us some gems in there. Good enough for us to debate tonight and get some really fun, awesome movies to talk about. And we have the triumphant return tonight of my friend Jared J Buck Studios Buckendall coming in tonight. TikTok star, by the way, guys. If you are not, and I'm not even joking, if you a very successful YouTube channel, even more successful TikTok. So if you are on TikTok, definitely go follow J Buck Studios. Jared, my brother, welcome back to the show. How are you?
What's going on, man? I'm excited, man. Again, this has been too long. You're bringing me on and talk about video games, which I adore. You're inflating my ego a little bit about the TikTok, but if you do have TikTok, go follow me, people. But yeah, let's talk about some video games, dude.
Yo, I'm excited. The genre itself sometimes has hits or misses, but I think lately it's been more hits than misses, right? I would say we're in an upward trend.
I would say we're trending upward, but man, we have had some dumpster fires over the years.
Slow trend, yes, but it's climbing. It's stepping up.
I think people are slowly learning. Hey, you can't directly translate the game because it's just fighting or it's just over the top action. Right.
And you know what, we're gonna talk about one of those movies tonight, which I can't believe made the bracket, but you guys in Discord voted one of these movies in, and Jared, let's look at the bracket right now. We have the number one overall seed, the new Mortal Kombat, coming in. You guys, maybe recency bias, but it's the number one overall seed going up against the number 8 seed Resident Evil. That's our first matchup. Number 4 seed Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Angelina Jolie, going up against the number 5 seed of Rampage. Then we got the number 3 seed Detective Pikachu going up against the number 6 seed Tomb Raider. That's the new one with Alicia Vikander. And then rounding out the bottom, we got the number 2 seed Sonic the Hedgehog going up against the number 7 seed. I can't believe it's a 7 seed Assassin's Creed.
That shouldn't even be in here, man.
It got some votes, man. It got some votes. All right, Jared, let's start with the 1v8. We got the new Mortal Kombat going up against Resident Evil, the one that started off the entire franchise. I mean, how do you feel about this initial matchup?
So, I mean, again, I feel like there's some recency bias, obviously, because this one, over Mortal Kombat here, that one, it's still in the movie theaters. It's out. It came out a handful of weeks ago. People are loving it. This Resident Evil, though, I think I've blocked this one out of my memory entirely. Like, I was trying to brush up on it. The only scene I remember is the laser scene.
Right. Otherwise, Mortal Kombat probably, more fresh on the brain, I think, right?
Yeah. The thing is, like, the Mortal Kombat movie, I mean, the thing is, okay, they knew what they had with it, and they went with the newer games, and people love the games, the fighting community, all of that, the over-the-top gruesome action and everything, and that was what was apparent in this movie. Doesn't have a story. That's the biggest thing, they kind of forgot to add that part into the movie, but they definitely got all of the fan service in that one for sure.
I'm with you on this. I'm not huge on Resident Evil. It doesn't, it's a lot of people love them. Obviously they made so many, it's a massive franchise. You can't discard that movie. And Mila Jovovich became a star because of this franchise.
Because wasn't it her husband that was like the director or something?
Oh, I think you're right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
I think you might be right on that one. But you know what? It just, in this particular, look, I have my qualms with Mortal Kombat. I do. And we're definitely going to get into it because I really believe that this one's going to make it to the next round. So in this particular matchup, Mortal Kombat, for me, gets my vote. It was still, look, I have some qualms with the movie, but at the end of the day, Mortal Kombat was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Well, and that's the thing is I think that that's what they were going for this movie. Again, they weren't going for this, Oscar-worthy type story and everything. They were going for big, dumb action, and that's what that movie was. People were, sure, give me the 90s original song. I think that's the one thing that they were missing.
I agree.
And they put it during the credits, whatever, throw that away. But I think that is what people were going for, is just the, want to see someone's, a hat with a blade spin someone up, essentially.
Yeah. Oh God, I still get nightmares on that scene. It was so unexpected. I really wasn't expecting that, and then hat to the face. That was gruesome. All right, let's jump into the first poll of the night to see where you guys are at. If this is your first time, what we do is we vote here live in YouTube. You guys are going to decide who makes it to the next round. If you want to vote for Mortal Kombat, do exclamation vote 1 in the chat. Do it just like you see it on the screen. The exclamation, the word vote, a space in between the number, and then the number there. If you want to vote Resident Evil to move on to the next round, exclamation vote 8. A lot. Felicity says her husband is Paul Anderson. So I guess we were both wrong on that one. Or because he didn't direct that, did he? Did he direct?
It says the director. Yeah.
Did he direct that?
Her husband, Paul W.S. Anderson, the director.
Oh, you know what? I think I'm thinking of. Oh, I don't know. My brain thought Wes Anderson. I think I read that wrong. I think I dropped the Paul and added an E in there. I was like, Wes Anderson didn't direct that movie. Sorry, my brain is broken tonight.
I'm actually kind of surprised at how this is shaken out right now because, again, the recency bias and then the over-the-top, fun of Mortal Kombat. Maybe I need to revisit Resident Evil, but I've completely blocked that out of my mind.
Jared, giant upset we just had here. 0 time left on the clock. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I know that Mortal Kombat didn't get the greatest reviews out there, so maybe we shouldn't be shocked. But I gotta be honest,
I don't know.
I'm super shocked. I can't believe Resident Evil, the 8 seed, knocking out the number 1 seed in the first round.
I think this whole bracket is gonna be complete opposite of what we think it's gonna be.
Yeah. Any plans that you had of what it was gonna be out the window for sure. Okay. Wow, let's go back to the bracket. Mortal Kombat. I'm not even joking. To my shock, I set it up in my pre stuff that Mortal Kombat was going to go further than this. I'm going to have to adjust that.
Yeah, you're going to have to adjust that. Plus, that was a massive fatality right there.
Whew. Resident Evil finished him, going on to the next round, 63%. All right, let's get to our number 4 seed and our number 5 seed. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, going up against the number 5 seed of Rampage. I'm very curious what you think about this. I have some very passionate thoughts about this. So,
oh really?
I do. I really do. So I'll let it go to you first.
Okay, you're gonna let this one go to me. So okay. Rampage, it's an arcade machine, and then they made it into essentially, I don't know, kind of like a pseudo kaiju type movie or whatever. The Rock having this weird relationship with, was it George the ape, the monkey or whatever? I remember going into that one. That was just big, dumb, again, fun. It was like that span of The Rock's career where he's doing Skyscraper, all of those kind of ridiculous things. It does not have anything to do with the game. It has the lizard, it has the rat or weasel type thing. I think they kind of
Lizzie
changed. What?
In the game, her name was Lizzie.
Yeah, I know that one. But what was the other creature? Wasn't it a giant rat? But
Ralph.
In the movie, it was a wolf. Yeah, there we go. That's basically the only thing that was like video game-esque. Tomb Raider now. And again, I've mushed this one and Cradle of Life together in my mind.
Sure.
Is this the one where she's swinging in the living room on the ropes in the gunfight when the people come into the house? If not, then I only remember this one as the opening where she's fighting the robot. Either way, fun action scenes for sure.
I think that was the second one. So you're leaning Tomb Raider then?
I'm leaning towards Tomb Raider for this one.
I'm leaning Rampage.
What?
100%.
How?
I love this movie. I think it's so much. It is so much fun. It's got it is a complete turn your brain off, popcorn, shove in your face kind of movie. I understand that. But it is from start to finish, I was hooked. Like
Really?
yeah, because I have a personal affinity for like dumb wreck the city monsters, like those like destruction movies. Like I have a soft spot in that, probably because my dad, like that's my dad's favorite genre. He loves like the worst kind of movies, and he knows they're bad. It's not like he thinks they're great, but he just loves that kind of stuff. So I have an affinity to that. And I actually really like this one. The Rock, I thought was great in it. The Rock's just being The Rock, and he's every movie that he's in, he gets better and better. Jungle Cruise, people are gonna sleep on Jungle Cruise. I'm telling you, that movie's gonna be great.
Inside scoop, people.
I thought the special effects in Rampage were great. George was such a funny character. Like he had so much personality. Like giving the finger and like especially like all the like crazy jokes he does at the end. I don't want to give it away because I know most of you haven't seen it for sure. But I absolutely love this movie. The plot is stupid. The bad guys are way over the top. Morgan Dean Foster though is incredible. He's so good. So I gotta say, and if you like, did you like San Andreas? I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, that was peak dumb action fun.
Okay, so same director did this movie, did Rampage. Okay. So like you can see
when's the last time you watched this movie? Because again,
today.
I know I've watched it. I know you watched it tonight.
I did.
Okay, that makes sense.
Jeffrey
this is
Dean
one
Morgan,
that
yes.
I've watched it, I've reviewed it, I've never gone back to it, I've blocked it out of my memory.
Thank you, Adam. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yes, I'm an idiot. Sometimes I speak the words and it comes out wrong in my brain.
Well, he's passionate. You're passionate.
Yes,
about
I'm just rolling. I'm rolling.
Yes.
And look, does it have anything to do with the video game? No, but they got the characters right. Like I love the monsters, and they're like destroying the city like they should. There was one thing that was video game-esque that I'm really surprised that they didn't do was part of the fun of the old school arcade game was reaching in and grabbing like somebody out of a bathtub and eating them. Like I really wanted that shot to like really solidify it as a video game movie. But other than that,
okay, am I remembering this that there's like a wacky like human subplot that you just completely forget about
in
like
Rampage?
They were, like, testing something, yeah. Or am I crazy?
No, okay, so it wasn't really a subplot. It was sort of like Secret of the Ooze-esque. Like
okay.
That
like
was
a company or something like that.
Right. Yeah. And it was like it dispersed and like this poof of green smoke got in their face and then they grew. So it was very Secret of the Ooze. It was a little nostalgic, a little too for the.
Well, I was gonna say, there you go. You got the power of nostalgia hitting there.
I do. Okay, so we are totally split. Let's see what the people have to say on this one. If you want to vote Lara Croft Tomb Raider, vote 4. If you want Rampage, vote 5. I have no idea how this is going to go. I'm pretty sure Lara Croft is going to win. I think that the people are going to go with you.
I think it's because people probably haven't seen Rampage.
I know. Because you know what? The trailers look dumb.
Whoa, never mind.
Yes.
Rampage, passion is... I think you dropping Secret of the Ooze is going to turn the tide
that was
here.
It.
Because people know that movie.
Right. Adam is hella wrong today. No, Adam is hella wrong every day. It just sometimes the rest of the people are also wrong, which is fine. Maybe it was me. I don't know. Did I give such an impassioned speech that I changed everyone's minds? Or maybe everyone in the chat watched this movie and absolutely loves it?
Adam, I think I didn't vote this round or last round. I need to jump into the voting here.
Oh, you gotta get your vote in.
I know. I don't think I'm gonna get there on time. Shoot.
Well, one vote would not have mattered because
my votes were 10.
Wow.
I'm on the show. It's worth 10.
Shoot. Yeah, I should do that. The extra special Jared vote. All right. So another technical upset tonight. The number 5 seed Rampage moving on to the next round with 68% of the vote. I love it. Thank you. If for nothing else, the one movie that I wanted to have a good showing at the beginning has made it to the second round. We'll see how it fares against Resident Evil.
Did you at least prep that one for the second round, unlike Mortal Kombat?
No, I didn't. I really thought thought
wow.
Lara Croft was going to make it to the next round. I really did. So far so good on my predictions.
Yeah.
Let's see how this next one goes. Number 3 seed Detective Pikachu goes up against the number 6 seed of. See, I didn't even hit the right thing. Boom, boom.
Is it supposed to be Assassin's Creed poster up there?
Wait, hold on. Did I? 3. Interesting. Hold on one second.
If so, no worries.
No. It's not. But I can fix that real quick. I don't know what I did.
Look at this, people. This is a professional on the fly, on a live show fixing. I like it.
Oh, I see what I did. Duh. Wait a second. Hold on. What?
Is there a mystery competitor that isn't in the fray yet?
Lara Croft is 4. Rampage is 5. Oh, I swapped them. All right, hold on. Gonna fix this really quickly. Yeah, this is what we call a professional streamer. There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Look at that.
All right, Jared. So what do you think about this matchup? We got Pikachu, Tomb Raider. Does Tomb Raider even have a shot to make it to the next round?
Okay. So I think the reason Tomb Raider might have a shot is because, again, it's connecting or, adapting the newer gameplay. So if people love those newer games, they might like this movie a little bit more. I mean, with her jumping with the ice pick, you're getting some iconic shots and whatnot. But for me, this movie is, again, falling into that category of, okay, I know certain things, like, again, her jumping over a ravine, essentially, with the ice pick. That's about it. And Walton Goggins as just, stereotypical villain. Now, Detective Pikachu, as a child who played Pokemon constantly, who has Pokemon cards, if I got this movie as a 10-year-old, I would have seen it 27 times in the movie theater. As an adult seeing it, I felt like a 10-year-old again. I love this movie. This movie is great. I know that it's not that great story-wise, but seeing Pokemon for the first time in live action was something that, again, 10-year-old Jared had been waiting his whole entire life for. So I gotta go with Detective Pikachu, no matter what people are saying, because just seeing them in live action, plus they adapted them fairly well. I mean, the designs, some of them, Charizard having kind of like fur was a little weird rather than scales and whatnot, but I gotta give it to Detective Pikachu here.
Yeah, I actually really like Tomb Raider. I think it's a fun movie. I think it came out at a time where video game movies really were. I mean, this came out, I think, right after Assassin's Creed, or like right before Assassin's Creed. Like, it was right around Assassin's Creed time, and like it was a no-brainer that, like, sort of looking at the landscape of video game movies, like finally like a nice above average action movie that was loosely based on a video game. So I don't have it in like upper tier. I do not think that it deserves to move on, though. I do think that Pokemon Detective Pikachu does. I'm not like,
say, let me hear your Pokemon.
Yeah,
give me that passion you had for Rampage here.
I know. I don't know that I have the passion for Pikachu. Only because, like, as much as I like this movie, it's a weird movie to me. The angle that they went, not even so much that, like, Pikachu was inhabited by the soul or the spirit of
Deadpool.
Of Deadpool, yeah. But of his father, and I love Ryan Reynolds. So what a great voice job he did. And growing up, I was never really a Pokemon guy. I think I was a little too old for Pokemon, so it never really attached to me. So I don't have that, like, Pokemon nostalgia with it. So for me, it's just like I judge it on itself as a movie. And at least for this matchup, I thought it was a nice, fun adventure. So I would definitely lean Pikachu over Tomb Raider.
I'm curious, did Detective Pikachu hit with your kids?
Oh yeah, my daughter loves it.
Yep.
Absolutely. It actually made her go back and watch the original Pokemon show,
Yes.
which she also likes. She hasn't watched it in a while, but like she was on like a good like month kick of just like, because I think it's on like Hulu.
Who's that Pokemon?
Yeah, it's on one of the streaming services. So she found it and she started watching it and she absolutely loved it. So yeah, it did for her. It did for her for sure. And
There you go. That's awesome.
when the Pokemon game was out, my wife was like walking around town, just like
Pokemon
looking,
Go.
just looking at her phone, like catching Pokemon. So she was all about it too.
I hate to admit it, but yes, I was that person too. I would like my lunch breaks and everything. I'd be walking out and doing stuff. Plus, when the movie came out, they did kind of specials in that game. Plus, they brought back those special Pokemon cards. When you went and saw it, I think on opening weekend, you got a pack of Pokemon cards.
Nice. I mean, Pokemon is making a huge resurgence these days. So this movie, I think, came out just at the right time. They're going to be doing another one. So capitalizing. I'm very curious the direction that they go now that Pikachu is regular Pikachu again by the end of the movie. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go.
What you make 8 movies. It follows one trainer going through all of the different gyms. Boom. Actually, it's better probably as a series, but whatever.
I don't know. We'll see. All right. I think this is going to be a pretty easy poll, Jared. So let's get it started. If you want to vote for Pokemon Detective Pikachu, exclamation vote 3. If you want Tomb Raider, exclamation vote 6. Spoilers. I mean, maybe if you, maybe. I'm sorry. This movie's. Sorry. I mean,
I gotta get in here.
This movie's pretty old at this point, I think.
Detective Pikachu?
Yeah. Right.
What was it? 2019?
Yeah.
2018?
That's like 2 years. That's like forever.
Yeah, that's an eternity. I mean, 2020 was 7 years long.
Right. Exactly. my apologies.
My apologies.
Yeah. No big surprise here. Pokemon crushing it right now. 72%.
I mean, some people are giving some love to Tomb Raider though, so I like that.
Which they should. This is not one of those votes where if you vote for Tomb Raider, I'm gonna look at you with the side eye, because I like it. I like the movie. And Pokemon is definitely a little on the kids side. So if you wanted a little bit more adult serious, not R-rated, but like more adult oriented, definitely Tomb Raider is the way to go. All right. Time is up. We got 71% of the vote going to Detective Pikachu. So at least for this side of the bracket, we are what we thought was going to be. So there we go.
All right. I finally got my chat up, so I can vote in the next round.
Nice. It only took you 3 rounds.
Yep. Well, hey, none of them needed just one vote to secure the win.
All right. Poll is done. Let's go back to the bracket and see what we got next. All right. We got the last one in the first round. Sonic the Hedgehog going up against Assassin's Creed. I mean, Jared, is this going to be a love fest on Sonic? Are we gonna hold off on Sonic and we're just going to talk about? And I don't always like to do this because I am a film apologist, but it's so hard to apologize for Assassin's Creed.
I would like to hear your apology because I actually have only seen bits and pieces, and the thing that stuck out to me the biggest is from the games, the most interesting part is being in the Animus or whatever the hell the machine is called. Isn't most of the movie not even there? It's outside of that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
The interesting part's in there. Go in there. Go back in time.
This movie.
I'm curious what your thoughts are.
This movie is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I mean, I can't even front. I can't lie. It's like it's so difficult to get through. Like, I had to rewatch this, or okay, I didn't finish it. I started to rewatch it for the show, and I just in the first 10 minutes I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. I can't watch this thing again. It's just so boring. Like nothing happens. And I gotta be honest, with the exception of 12 Years a Slave, and maybe X-Men First Class, what is Michael Fassbender doing? Like
in that cheddar, baby.
He picks the worst movies. Like he really
Someone
does.
needs to go talk to his agent and tell him to, maybe look at some more hard-hitting dramas or something like that rather than these. Unless, I mean, the thing is, maybe this was like a passion project for him, you know?
I mean, maybe. Like, I honestly, like, if someone came to me and says, would you like to be in the lead of Assassin's Creed movie? I think sight unseen, you might say yes. Just because, like, there's so much good richness out of those games. Like, you could literally, like, this could be like a franchise where you go from time period to time period to time period, and it just failed on almost every level. Almost every level.
Well, and that's the thing is, like you're saying, Adam, that there's so much rich lore here that they're going to come back to it at some point, whether it's a movie, whether it's a TV series, because again, every single movie could be a completely different time era, and it's going to be so interesting to do and whatnot. And this one completely, I mean, it was laying the groundwork. I remember the first trailer came out and people were like, this is going to be the video game movie. This is going to be the one.
Yes.
Did not.
No.
Now, Adam, I say we pick out our, take out the chili dogs that are in our pockets and pay our respects to Sonic the Hedgehog, because that movie knew what it was doing, because they, again, the video games, I'm thinking like the Sega versions, the original ones, not the newer ones. They took certain things from those games right into the movie, and it was fun. Obviously, the internet bullied them into remodeling and making the design much better. Because imagine, you know what if we got that cut? Where would that rank on this list then? Oh,
it's super low. And you know why? So when I was getting the graphics ready for the show, I was looking at older versions and comparing it. And I know like character design it's not story, right? Story would still win out over the day. But man, was that nightmare and fueling. Like it really was. And it just, I don't think it would have had the charm that this character, that the redesign gave us.
And charm is exactly what this was, because I remember I went opening night. There's so many kids and they were loving it. Like they had their Sonic shirts on and everything like that. Kind of, this one hitting on the same level of the Pokemon and whatnot. But I mean, I grew up with the 90s cartoon of Sonic, and just kind of translating that to this movie, or like in bits and pieces here or there. I had a fun time with it. I do wish we got, the full Dr. Robotnik and whatnot. They're working on a sequel, all that stuff. So we'll see how that one pans out. But this is a fun video game movie.
Yeah, no, I agree. Extremely fun. Jim Carrey is not quite over the top, but he like skirts that line so close. Like a couple extra like weirdo jokes and it would have been too much, but he just there. He just gets there. So it worked for me. Absolutely. And I can't wait to see more of Jim Carrey in the future.
Oh, we're gonna get full Dr. Robotnik in this next one.
Yeah. We're getting the Eggman 100%. All right, let's go to the poll and see what the people are saying. I think this is going to be a bloodbath, Jared. If you want to vote for Sonic the Hedgehog, vote 2. If you want Assassin's Creed, and I know there's a couple of you because you voted it into the bracket. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Adam, I'm curious because I missed the initial bracket voting. What was up against this? Like, how did Assassin's Creed make this list?
So we had a list of, let's see, 30 some movies, 30 odd movies.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I put like every video game movie I could think of on there. Yeah, I don't know, like the original Mortal Kombat was close to making it. I'm looking at the list now. Final Fantasy Spirits Within was close. Max Payne was close. Hitman was close. So, it's a little top heavy, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. But we'll see. There was a caveat though, and this will be a bracket down the road. The caveat was it had to be a game based on a video game, not movies that had a video game element to them. So
like Gamer or Stay Alive or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But or more like Wreck-It Ralph. Like Wreck-It Ralph was in there. Tron, like that kind of stuff. Like a game, but not actually based on an actual game, which is sort of what we were going for here. But that'll be a whole nother bracket. There's at least like 10 to choose from like the movies about video games, which is pretty cool. All right, so we got 82% of the vote. Sonic the Hedgehog, not really surprised there. Sonic moving on to the next round.
5 people wanted Assassin's Creed to see the win there.
Yeah. Ready Player One, Dustin says. Yes, Ready Player One. That's
just saw that one.
Definitely one that would probably, hopefully, would make it. The Wizard.
Dude, is the
Which
Wizard the one where they go play
Mario 3?
Super Mario 3?
Yeah.
I
gotta say, man. I rewatched that movie recently, within the last year. Boy, does that not hold up?
Does it not?
No.
I just have the memory of them playing the games on the big screen burnt into my brain.
Yes.
I've never watched it
the
again.
first introduction of the Power Glove, it was a complete advertisement. And look, as a kid, I love that movie, but as an adult, it's a rough watch. It's a rough watch. All right, Jared, we are into the second round, an unlikely second round here, at least for this first matchup. The number 8 seed Resident Evil goes up against the number 5 seed Rampage. You're stuck here because you didn't vote for either of these.
Straight up, I have no skin in the game right now, so it's really kind of which one do I remember the most, the more more fun, and I will lean towards Rampage more. I think I might have to, choose take your passion a little bit there, because Resident Evil, all of the movies honestly just feel like one big movie to me. They have the same kind of color palette. They have the same kind of plot in my mind. Again, the only thing that stood out to this Resident Evil movie in my mind was the hallway of lasers. And I don't even know if that was this movie. Was it this movie? Or did they do it in every single one? I don't know.
You know what? This franchise does have a lot of lasers.
Yeah, and that's the coolest part. That's the only part people remember. So I don't know. I mean, cool. Alice is a character. I wish that they would have actually taken like the video game lore and whatnot and done it into the games a little bit better. Right. Rampage, you're getting me with the fun. I mean, San Andreas, the same dude that did San Andreas. Like this feels like it doesn't have that vibe now that you mention that. So I think I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. And I'm going for the Rock.
Drink it in, because Rampage absolutely deserves to move on to the next round. Look, the Rock all day, every day, and the Rock comes to play in this movie. He's charming. He's funny. The dude can act. I'm sorry, he's getting better every single movie. George was such a pleasant surprise. Like when they started doing the whole sign language thing at the beginning. Which, not a spoiler, like it's literally in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Okay. That's how they communicate. It's such a bond. Like he does so well with a computer animated monkey gorilla. Excuse me. Gorilla that,
use the correct pronouns.
I have to, that I can't believe, like I believe that he was real. And the special effects were so good that you actually believe that he was there with him. It's an unbelievable movie.
For the small version, not the big version, because you could clearly tell that was not a real monkey, right? Or ape, I guess.
I mean, yes. I mean, look. I mean, maybe it looked fine. I liked it.
Yeah,
I did. I know. Look, I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm giving it a pass. But I really enjoyed this movie. It had so much heart. Like there was so much dumb stuff in this. I'm not gonna pretend that this was a perfect movie.
Well, I mean, the one, like you're saying, dumb stuff. The one scene that, again, now rethinking this through my mind, is the wolf jumping and taking down the helicopter in the woods. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. A lot of the jumping wolf Ralph stuff was cool, and I like the line that Rock gives. He's like, "Of course the wolf can fly." Like it was such a great line.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that he. Yeah.
So many good.
Ridiculous.
I'm telling you, so many good one-liners. If you haven't seen it, You got to see it. Honestly, I think it's on HBO Max. I think that's where I watched it.
There you go.
It's
Plug.
it's good. It's good. Let's and yeah, it had some great CGI water in it. When Lizzie was floating through the water, incredible CGI water. I know that's a big meme on the channel because I went off. You weren't here for that, but I went off on how much I love the Moana water special effects, and it's caught on with the people. It's caught on quite a bit.
I mean, I will admit the water in that movie looks incredible.
It does. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You should have a bracket of how good does the water look in a movie.
That I think the people would love that, actually.
Yeah.
Like the eight best water scenes. No, Waterworld sucks. I hate that movie.
Yeah, it does. It's not good.
We're talking good CGI water. All right, let's do a poll. Resident Evil !vote 8, Rampage !vote 5. Where are you going? Are you going with me and I'm pulling Jared along with me with Rampage?
If you guys couldn't see over here, the Kool-Aid man just busted through my wall and he gave me a nice delicious glass of Rampage, so I'm voting for that one.
Oh, so I was about to say Rampage was crushing it, but then Resident Evil got some late boost there.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think that Resident Evil, kind of like the Saw franchise, there's people out there that are passionate of those movies.
Yes, absolutely. There wouldn't be so many of them if there weren't. I feel like it's almost like the Fast and the Furious franchise, right? Like, you know what you're getting into. You expect a certain type of movie, and they keep delivering it for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they keep, it made enough money to keep going,
Yeah, exactly what you're saying. It was justifiable for some odd reason to just keep making them.
All right, time is running out. 60% of the vote. Dang. My heart is happy tonight. Rampage. Moving on to the final round. Look, it's going. I've done so much boosting on Rampage, but I got to admit, it's going to be a tough road up against these final two matchups. Whichever one makes it, it's going to be tough for Rampage. We got the number 3 seed Detective Pikachu going up against the number 2 seed Sonic the Hedgehog. Both very fun family films. This is very tough. Which way do you think that you want to lean tonight?
See, the thing is, you have these matched up perfectly because, again, they're fitting into the kind of that family-friendly, child-friendly, nostalgic 90s type movie. Which one do I like more? Which one did I have more fun with? I mean, I would say Detective Pikachu because I had such nostalgia with the characters and whatnot. But Sonic had so much fun and charm with the Sonic character. I'm going to go with the kid in me, and I'm still going to say Detective Pikachu here. I know that some people out there love chili dogs. They love Sonic. You got to go fast and all that. But I'm sticking with Detective Pikachu here. Adam, what about you?
Yeah, I think I'm on the opposite. I think I'm going Sonic. The Pikachu had lulls for me in this movie. I thought that some of the scenes and the pacing was really good, and then it got bogged down in the story for me. I actually don't like that the main and it's nothing against the actor. It's strictly the script.
Oh yeah.
I think it was a poor choice not to have Ash in this movie.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Because I feel like they were afraid. Like they went safe for this.
Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense because I'm trying to think of who that actor is because
he's really good. He was from Jurassic World.
The Get Down.
Oh, yeah,
and he was also on Netflix as The Get Down,
Justice
and people
Smith,
loved him in that. So it's not that he is bad at all. I think again with the character or the writing, but man, yeah, if they would have gotten Ash, I think a lot of people would have gone crazy for that character.
Yeah, I feel like with Pikachu, they were afraid to go full Pokemon. They were afraid of how that would go. I think both of these movies suffer a little bit of bringing a already established world into the human world. I know Pikachu. I know Pokemon like does involve that like the human world more than obviously Sonic does, so it makes sense more there. But I thought they leaned too heavy on it. And where Sonic, at least, I know I'm sort of contradicting myself. Where I know that they leaned way too heavy on the human world in Sonic. But I don't know. Maybe it's just like the charm of it. Maybe it's that Jim Carrey went full video game evil character in this, and it brought it into a more video game feel for me. And they did have lots of different elements and Easter eggs in the Sonic movie. And maybe they had a ton in Pokemon that it just went over my head because I'm not a big Pokemon fan. So like, you know, the mime one, like I thought that was really kind of stupid, but
see, it goes back to what you grew with and what you understood. I mean, that's very much like inside baseball for people.
Sure.
I mean, if you're going into MCU movies and love the comics, you're going to get a lot more out than just kind of your everyday casual fan. So I totally understand your judgment here or your pick. Because I grew up with Pokemon and I think that was so great. And you, I guess, like Sonic more.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up playing the games, you know, like I grew up with all of those games. So I guess I got more. You're right. It's I think both movies have a lot of inside baseball stuff, and it just depends on like what did you grow up with, what did you attach yourself more.
Yep.
Yeah, Jim says Pokemon wasn't a Pokemon fan because it's not in his age range. It's 100% true, and it's not that I'm not a fan. I'm just choosing Sonic over it. Like I like the movie.
Well, yeah. Exactly.
Know?
I mean, you were one of those edgy teens that had a Sega back in the day, I'm sure.
Dude, I wasn't in my teens, okay?
Well, no, do you remember how
I was like 10.
Sega, I know, but Sega was told to go sell to edgy teens because it was more of an adult console than the Nintendo. Okay. And that was their marketing, is that they went to colleges and high school campuses, I guess, to have kids play it.
Interesting. So, I could see that.
Yeah,
because Nintendo, I guess, would be considered more kiddie at that time. That makes sense. All right, we are split on the panel. I'm very curious to see what you guys are going to do. So let's start the poll. I honestly have no idea. The chat was split on this one. Pokemon Detective Pikachu. If you want that to make it to the finals, vote 3. If you want Sonic the Hedgehog to go up against Rampage, vote 2. 50-50 right off the bat.
I'm curious age-wise because I do think there's going to be a lot more Sonic fans here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just have a feeling.
I feel like when the movie, I don't even know if it's the age range, but I feel like when the movie came out, when both of them, you know, on their own came out, I feel like Sonic got so much good buzz in pop culture.
Well,
you know, like
100%. I mean, because that was like one of the few movies that was actually good in the movie theaters for like months.
Yeah. No, 100%. God, they're so lucky they changed the character design. They're so lucky. Like, look, I'm not necessarily a big on people on like the crowd, bullying and convincing, but like I was 100% on board for this one. I will take the L on my convictions for this because it was definitely the right choice. And you guys, by the slimmest of margins, have voted Sonic the Hedgehog on to the finals. 58% of the vote. I knew it would be close. You guys did not disappoint. And Sonic the Hedgehog making it to the finals.
Because Sonic and those chili dogs, man.
All right, now we are left with the number 5 seed, Rampage, the Cinderella story of the night.
Yeah.
Going up against the Beast, Sonic the Hedgehog. Jared, I'm going to start with you because I have to add Rampage to the finals.
Yeah, exactly. Sonic the Hedgehog. So let's see here.
Rampage, like, look, I does Rampage have a shot? Like, look, I feel like I put the movie on my back tonight and I've dragged it to the end. Is that enough to beat the incredible. It's great. Sonic the Hedgehog.
I think that's exactly what this has. Again, like you're saying, it's a Cinderella story. It is you champion this movie to the finals and somehow twisting the thoughts of the audience members into voting your Rampage movie that I'm sure half of them have not seen. But this one, I think it's going to be tough because, again, are those people going to stick with you? Do they want to see these giant monsters breaking up cities? And, you know, The Rock is box office Viagra. He makes any movie better. Are people going to side with The Rock and that San Andreas destruction type feel? Or are they going with their 90s nostalgia, their lovable little character that can run fast? I mean, I'm still siding with Sonic here, but you have made a great call to action for the people to vote for Rampage. I think, again, it's just Jim Carrey. It's the character redesign. It's the fun little moments, the quirks of Sonic. Just like hearing the ring noise of him collecting rings or doing something.
That's really
just
good.
That hits something, like hits a chord in people that, you know, watched the cartoon back in the day, played the video games or anything, or just know Sonic as a character. So I think Sonic has this one in the bag.
So I agree. I think Sonic has it in the bag, but I'm still going Rampage. I don't care.
You're voting Rampage.
Look, okay, this is actually a very adult movie. It's rated R.
Is it really?
Can we fact check this? Because if it's not rated R, it should be, because this thing is violent. I'm telling you 100%. If you want, it's not just like dumb action. It is super violent. Some of the stuff that George does, absolutely PG-13. Okay, it is hard. It is a hard.
Pushing it. They're pushing PG-13. The limits of what they can do.
I'm telling you, if I didn't know that it was PG-13, I would tell you right now it's definitely like R. It's like R light, for sure. Some of the stuff with the fighting of the animals, super violent from start to finish. And look, there's cursing, and look, cursing doesn't make a movie better, but funny timing of cursing does.
Jokes.
Absolutely. Like when you include it in it. George does this thing that humans do. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to spoil it. I was confused. I was accused of spoilers.
Said it, though.
Oh, okay. So there's this bit where he gives the middle finger. Okay, they do it very early on in the movie. I promise you. And it's so funny. Like he really is a human there. And man, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why this dumb movie just connected with me so much. And sometimes that's just how movies go. And so I'm pushing for Rampage. I will not be upset if Sonic wins because it's a great movie. Yeah. I echo everything that you said. I don't know. In my heart, I'm like, let's see Rampage do it. Let's go.
I mean, Adam, you like what you like, but audience, which movie has chili dogs? Remember that one.
I know.
Which one has chili dogs?
I know. And you know what? You know what Sonic does have? And I'm not going to say what the ending is, the end credit scene, because I don't want to be considered. I don't want to be called out for calling spoilers. But the end credit scene hit my heart because the character that was there is my favorite character from the series.
Speaking of that, hold on.
See, I just said I wasn't.
So they brought these Tiger Electronics back, and this Sonic one, was my childhood.
Wow,
I love it.
That is awesome. Like we're getting the promise of extra characters. We're getting the promise of Jim Carrey actually like going full Dr. Robotnik. And I'm pretty sure, I think I read in multiple interviews that like he really wants to wear a fat suit for this movie. So like,
hell yeah.
I feel like the promise of what's coming and they did such good world building in Sonic that it's going to pay off in spades later on in the franchise. So for that, I give it full marks. I like James Marsden. I could do a little less James Marsden, which I think will be later on. So I don't like. This is gonna be tough. Man.
I'm curious. Rampage.
Yeah.
You think they got a sequel? They can get a sequel out of that? Do you want a sequel out of that?
Kinda. I mean, look. I mean, Kind of. Look, okay, I'm not going to say how it ends, but how George is at the end of that movie lends itself to having a sequel. Okay. Will it so depart from whatever the original idea of what a video game movie is? It will be. If they do a sequel, Rampage 2 will not be a video game movie. It'll just be a sequel that is a fun action movie. Like, it might be considered one just because of the title, but in its core, it won't be. But I would absolutely go back to this world. I would absolutely love to see George and The Rock doing some stuff, hanging out and doing some kaiju battles.
I was gonna say, I think in Rampage World Tour on the PlayStation 1, they have like 16 different characters.
Do they really?
They have one to pick from. Yes.
Okay. Well then, yes, 100%. Yes. Yeah. Give me more.
So they're obviously not as well known as the big three or the original three, but there's other ones out there.
Sure. I only played the original game. Only the original game. And you know what? When I first heard about this movie and I heard that like it wasn't going to be humans turning into the monsters like the game, I was like, I don't know. Like that's not really the spirit of the game. But I think they nailed it. I think they nailed it.
Because again, you drank a lot of cups of that Kool-Aid. That
I
Rampage
did, man.
Deliciousness.
That Rampage Kool-Aid down the gullet for sure. All right. It is time for you guys to vote Sonic the Hedgehog as the winner. If you want to do that, exclamation vote too. But if you want to be like me and get Rampage as the winner of tonight, exclamation vote 5. Let's see how it goes. It's close. It's not as a blowout as I thought it was going to be.
It's still early. We still got 47 seconds, sir. So don't hold on to your pants. Oh my gosh, never mind. Oh my gosh.
This is what I'm talking about, baby. All right, we got to wait for our next update. Oh, and Rampage takes the slight lead. Oh, of course, Jared gets in there with his 2 vote.
Yeah. I'm curious. What happens when there's a tie?
We do overtime. We do an overtime round where we re-vote, and all the lurkers then finally come in, and they usually vote. And then sometimes I vote as well. I try not to vote.
So you hold your vote back just in case.
Just in case.
Gotcha. Well, I think 3, 2, 1, baby. You might have turned the crowd in your favor. Oh man. Call up The Rock right now and tell him that his movie just won.
With no time left on the clock, Rampage, 52% of the vote. Your winner tonight. You guys have crowned it the number one in your hearts and on your TVs, the number 1 video game movie of all time. What is this song? Let's get a hype song. Yeah, boy. Man.
Was this George's song in it?
Right.
He came out and breakdanced. That's the spoiler part of the end of the movie.
Rampage, your winner tonight, beating Lara Croft handily, slightly beating Resident Evil, and just edging out Sonic the Hedgehog as your winner tonight. We're all shook, but I am happy. I have led the charge tonight, Jared. I put my pole on the moon, and
that sounds gross.
I carry. Yeah, you're right. I stuck my pole. I planted my seed. The movie won, which I'm very happy about.
I'm telling you, if you would have given me this bracket, put Vegas odds on it, not no one, but very few people would have bet on Rampage. So I'm glad that this one went the way it did.
Yes,
it was interesting.
Look, I'm surprised Sonic didn't win. I would have been very happy if Sonic won. It's a great movie. It would have been my second pick for tonight. So I'm actually very happy about the final 2. But yeah, that's how it goes for Debate 8 sometimes. Sometimes the upsets happen, and but I'm not upset. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Guys, can I get some hearts in the chat for Jared J Buck Studios joining us tonight? I love when Jared comes on. Jared is such good people. If you are not following him, follow him on Twitter. Is it J Buck Studios on Twitter too, or
on Twitter? It's my full name, so Jared Buckendall.
Jared Buckendall on Twitter.
Yeah.
J Buck Studios on YouTube. J Buck Studios on TikTok. Crushing it, Jared. Thanks for hanging out tonight, man.
No, thank you. I mean, again, it had been far too long, a little rusty, obviously, at the beginning, but by the end, man, I'm having a good time. Like, I wish, let's make this debate 16 next time.
I know. Gotta look. After doing that marathon stream I did, I feel like
I was gonna say you were live for like 6 days.
I know, it felt like 6 days. It really did. It was a lot. But yeah, no, we're gonna get Jared on sooner than later for sure, because Jared's coming back. All right, sir. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Wait. Let me get my outro music here. There you go. We'll just do that. That's fine. Thank you all for hanging out tonight on tonight's episode. Just some notes for everybody. If you're not already part of the Discord, please go be a part of the Discord, because tomorrow we are doing a new vote for an upcoming show. We are going to be voting on Samuel L. Jackson movies, so be a part of that. And of course, next week's show, here, I should bring it up. I should actually like know my own schedule, which would be even better. No, that's right. Next week we're doing buddy comedies next week. Oh, Jared's shaking his head behind the stage. He's like, I'm coming back next week. We're doing Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, Dumb and Dumber, Tommy Boy, Step Brothers, Wayne's World, Blues Brothers, and Shaun of the Dead. Incredible lineup next week, so you got to make sure that you are coming back. You are going to come back for that one. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for hanging out tonight. We will see you next week. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for debating with us. It is a stacked lineup. That's right, normies. Harold and Kumar better win. Harold and Kumar is a great movie. That's a great list, says Adam G. Dumb and Dumber and Rush Hour are winner for buddy comedies. Only reason Rush Hour isn't in there, we decided not to do buddy cop comedies because we will have a buddy cop comedy night down the road. But Rush Hour is a great, funny movie. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. We're going to see you next week. I have the long version of this song for some reason, so I'm just going to stop the stream. Good night, everybody.